Today, upon the podium, we have our honorable defense attorney, Redclaw.
Well, first, let me just say, Your Honor, it is an absolute pleasure to be with you here today. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I am looking forward to making these points and successfully convincing you all of them.
Absolutely, and you know how to play the game, of course, yes?
Apparently, I'm going to be giving some hot takes, as it were, and it is my duty to defend them.
You've already figured out the game. Without much further ado, we'll go ahead and run with the first take. The Godzilla movie from 1998 USA doesn't deserve the hate. If you would like to take the podium, please.
Pardon me. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I do agree with this here hot take. The Godzilla 1998 movie, while not the perfect piece of cinema, is clearly too overhated. If you look at the film and you understand what the true goal of it was, you'll actually understand the merits of this here piece of cinema. It was not in and of itself trying to be a Godzilla film. If you look at the plot, you could actually see that it is much more indicative of being a remake or reimagining of the classic Beast of 20,000 Fathoms, to the point that they even share the same plot. If you look at the plot of Beast of 20,000 Fathoms, it is about the awakening of an ancient dinosaur through nuclear testing as it swims to New York City so that it can reproduce. Now look at Godzilla 1998, if you will. What is it? A iguana is mutated by nuclear weapons and then proceeds to migrate to New York City so that it can in turn reproduce. Is this not a shot-for-shot adaptation of another classic? Is it a good Godzilla movie? That remains to be seen, and all art is subjective. However, I do believe that there are merits in this film that are tied to original kaiju films and cinema, which is why I do believe that it does not require the hate that it does not deserve the hate that it gets.
An incredible point, an incredible point. Well, in a real courtroom, we would ask a prosecutor to share their take as well, but we ran out of funding, of course, so we're going to turn directly to the jury. Ones in chat if you do believe in this defense attorney's statement. Twos in chat if you disagree. Oh dear, it's looking pretty mixed right now.
Oh damn.
Which means at the end of the day, it is going to come directly down to me, as it should, as your god.
Oh god. It appears that the judge is developing a god complex.
A loaded god complex, if you will. This judge does see your point, and I, with the sound state of mind, do decide this hot take is not guilty, free to go, free of all charges. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
I'm 1 for 1 for being a defense attorney. Let's go.
Hey, you're doing a great job so far, buddy. This one states, artists shouldn't charge commission. Art should be free. All it takes is a little more time. Please go ahead with your argument.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. This one's gonna be a toughie. All right, this one's gonna be a toughie, but I think I can attempt something. You see, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, clearly the creator of this hot take is trying to make not so much a critique on art, but a critique on the capitalist system that artists are forced to partake in. For you see, chat, you must remember that artists have bills to pay. They have food that they need to supply themselves so that they can create these amazing pieces of artwork. It is capitalism that forces art to not be free for all people. I do agree that the system in of itself needs to be fully restructured so that artists can create without having to demand financial compensation.
I see. So it's less a critique on artists charging too much, and it's more a critique on a capitalist system, which
we live in a society, Your Honor.
We live in a society. And so we turn to our jury.
Chad, I'm not gonna lie, like, even though I'm supposed to be defending this, I do agree with the twos.
And you know what? Your argument was so good, it looks like chat's pretty much agreeing with you too. Oh, I said that too soon. Look at all these twos coming in.
1 plus 2. Look, I'm a lawyer. I gotta do what I can.
In the face of the law, you gotta take whatever cases are given to you. You're a starving artist after all. You gotta make as much money as you can.
Emphasis on the word starving. I'm so hungry, champ. Please.
Oh.
Just a single chicken nugget.
it is with sound mind that I can take this case, and I can declare this take guilty of all charges. Unfortunate. Now we need to come up with a punishment for this really bad take. Your punishment is you must learn how to draw. That's right. No AI allowed. You must create your own items. 20 years is a fair amount of time for that bad take.
Yeah, I think it's fair.
Birds are cooler than dinosaurs, and they won the evolutionary race. Please, you may take the podium.
While birds are in fact dinosaurs, we have to accept that the avian dinosaurs, because of their smaller size, requiring less energy and therefore less fuel to allow themselves to survive, it is the only reason why the avian dinosaurs were able to survive the KT extinction, while the non-avian dinosaurs were powerful, large creatures that ruled and had dominion over God's green earth. We have to accept the fact when the heavens came a-calling, it was in fact the birds that were able to survive that divine justice.
I'm sorry, but the idea of Redclaw dinosaur believing in creationism is like, what?
Not even creationism, just God smiting.
God smiting the dinos.
I'm an educated but God-fearing T-Rex. Thank you very much.
We turn to our jury. Oh wow, it's once again very split.
Well, I'll be real. It's not helping that my brain it just keeps screaming, birds are dinosaurs! They're literally just a type of dinosaur!
Birds aren't real is wild. The judge does see the opinion of this jury, and I do decide that this hot take is indeed guilty on all charges. Birds are cool, but dinosaurs are fucking cooler. Shall we move on then to the next? Oh dear.
Oh God, how bad is this one? Oh God, all right.
Comics are just picture books for adults who don't want to read.
But there's literally words. All right. This one hurts me. I literally worked on Superman. This hurts me. All right. Comics are in fact picture books because by definition they are books with pictures. Now granted, the narrative arts are a great way of telling another form of telling stories. However, I will admit that as someone who is a VTuber who happens to read comics, I will also take this at my defense to prove I actually cannot read. As a VTuber, I am illiterate. The pictures are very pretty, and I do love seeing very buff men and women in tights. But that is besides the point. Even if it is for people who are illiterate, who don't want or perhaps do not want to read, it does not change the fact that the narrative arts are a valid form of art and storytelling that all ages can enjoy. The defense rests. Skylos, you have already admitted that you are biased because you're an author for regular books. I request that Skylos be taken off the jury. It is a conflict of interest, Your Honor.
I need to hire some security personnel for this fucking courtroom. I think that this one's a pretty open and closed case, though. The judge, we do indeed find this hot take guilty on all charges. Comics are for everyone. How dare? How dare? Hey, Red, can I borrow you for an aside real quick?
Okay.
You've gotten a lot of losses in a row. Like, you know, you're supposed to.
I'm not gonna lie. My mental health is like plummeting. Like with each passing hot take, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I was set to failure.
Oh, I see.
Your Honor, these takes are real bad.
Listen,
these are real bad.
They're really spicy. I agree with you. You gotta really play up the jury, okay? You gotta show a little bit of shoulder, okay?
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Would it help if I say that they have huge penises and are generous lovers?
You know, I've heard others say that in the past, and that's really buttered up the chat. Order. This one indeed says all pizza is mid. The worst and best pizzas are just different levels of mid, and other Italian foods just outclass them.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, first of all, let me say I want to thank you all for joining me today. You are all looking absolutely wonderful. Your bulges are protruding from your pants so impressively. Allow me to paint a picture for you. While we could talk about the midness that is pizza, we can also focus on proving a point of better foods in Italian cuisine, as it were. Pasta is one of the most diverse examples. Why do I have a bulge? Don't worry about it. Just know that it looks great and everyone thinks you're a generous lover. Anyway. There are so many things within Italian cuisine, like focaccia. Have you ever had focaccia, Chad? It's one of the most beautiful and delicious forms of bread that I have ever experienced. If you were to tell me that I was going to serve, I would give you two options: a full-on, high-quality Italian cuisine meal, or a slice of pizza from New Jersey. Which are you going to pick?
Ooh.
I believe you all will make the right decision.
You're winning some folks over.
All right.
I think talking about their bowl just helped. All it took is lying. The judge does indeed find this person's hot take not guilty, and the reason why is because someone in chat said it, and I agree with that 110%. Calzones are just better. Also, pizza isn't really real Italian food. This one says, dinosaurs aren't real. The fossils that were found were put in the ground by God to test his followers.
Why are these people doing this to me?
I don't know. This is your community, bud.
What greater test could there be? Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, let me ask you something. Have you personally ever found an actual dinosaur bone? They say that there were not only now these quote-unquote scientists would tell you that they have found thousands of different species of dinosaur. But if that's the case, why don't we just find bones just lying around?
Yeah.
Not me also just ignoring the fact that I know how fossilization works and the odds of it happening, but that's besides the point. There are people that proclaim to be scientists who thought the Earth was flat. It was on a giant orange that had a nipple. And that is actually true, chat.
That's wild.
I'm not lying about that.
Overruled. How is this relevant to the court case at hand?
My point, Your Honor, is that if we have quote-unquote scientists that believe the Earth was on an orange that had a nipple, how can we truly believe anything they tell us? Much like how God has tested his devoted followees into trying to decide whether or not these giant reptilian creatures from supposedly 66 million years ago, even though everyone knows that the Earth is only 6,000 years ago. I want to fucking die. I want to fucking die.
One's in chat if you want Red to die. Two's in chat if you think dinosaurs are real. Yeah, they're guilty. I mean, even the jury pretty much agrees.
That was painful. I'm not gonna lie.
You ever see like a train like cascading towards a cliff and it starts to slow down just before it falls off and you're like, I think it's gonna survive, and then it just cascades off. How you feeling? You haven't pissed your pants yet, right?
I have not pissed my pants yet.
There's no such thing as a most evolved organism, and there never will be. But if there was, it would be a tiny little parasite that can find its way from your ear to your kidney with complete darkness of your body rather than human beings.
So the thing is, for the most part, I actually was like, this is mostly agreeable. It's just specifically the parasite for the kidney to the ear. That's a little bit specific. That's oddly specific. Possibly. Permission to approach the bench, Your Honor?
Oh, absolutely, please.
I'm pretty sure the parasite that goes from the ear to the kidney is literally just like a Star Trek reference.
Oh my god, you could really nerd out with this reference then.
We have to accept that evolution is not about creating the quote-unquote perfect organism as much as it is reaching heights necessary for the environment that the organism is surrounding itself with. Humans are not the most evolved organism just because we have some of the highest intelligence of any living creature. We are one of the most intelligent creatures who have ever walked on this earth, and somehow in the only couple 100,000 years of our own existence, pay no attention to the fact that in the previous argument I said the Earth is 6,000 years old. In our very short time on this planet, we've already basically sped up the destruction of our own kind. Now you tell me, how is that the most evolved organism? Consider, if you will, a parasitic creature that can enter your ear and passively slip down into your kidneys and have complete control of your body. I cannot help but imagine the parasitic centipedes from that one episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation, a powerful species that very quickly took over Starfleet itself. I do believe, chat, that we have the means to see how this would play out.
We turn to our attractive and generous chat. Okay, all right, okay.
All right.
Objection. Only I get to get high-pitched.
Oh, I apologize.
But I think that we can agree as well that the court does indeed find this take free of all charges.
I'm back, baby.
Okay.
You sounded so tired by this one.
Well, I think it's more specifically how they spelled it. Pokemon.
Oh, what the fuck?
Pokemon isn't the bad guy in the Pal World lawsuit. It was set up by Sony to be a smear campaign because Nintendo was screwed either way. Do you even know what this is about? Because this is the first I'm hearing about this.
Nintendo was suing the company that made Pal World, which is the basically what if Pokemon with guns.
What does Sony have to do with this? Now,
saying that, I'll be real, I've never heard the second part. You must understand, many Japanese companies are obligated to defend and protect their IPs. It is without a shadow of a doubt that many of the designs that were taken in Pal World are blatant infringements on the IP that is Pokemon. Scallo, shut the fuck up. Pal World and its owning company tried to market itself as Pokemon with guns. It actively stole designs from Pokemon and twisted them into an abominable parody. Now, who gains from their direct competitor facing a negative PR from such a lawsuit? A negative PR from defending themselves? Look no further than Sony. You have people like Sony that are actively using this to promote their own creature collecting games, saying that they are better than Nintendo. I believe there was a term from a previous company, I think it was Sega or something like that. But Sony is basically promising that they do what Nintendo don't. The defense rests. I think it was the Nintendo. I think the Nintendo.
I think it was.
Really.
Hey, I'm gonna be real. That's what won me over. I was like, all right, this fucking Dinosaur's blowing hot air, and then you got the Nintendo, and I was like, oh, monkey brain activated. Not guilty. Free of all charges. How you feeling, Red?
That was a tough one. Like I said, the first half I had.
You love tabletops, right?
I do enjoy tabletops. Yes.
This next take, the board game Clue, actually meets all of the qualifying criteria to be classified as a tabletop RPG.
Actually, this is a pretty easy one, I'm not gonna lie.
I agree. This is
actually a pretty easy one. Look at the situation that is Clue. You see the board that has multiple rooms and maps that you could follow, secret passages that allow you to get from one location to another, all the while you are playing different characters. And you play these roles while you try to solve a mystery. Members of the jury, it is clear as day that the game of Clue meets all the qualifying criteria classified as a tabletop RPG, including dice. Almost forgot that.
I forgot dice is a core component of tabletop RPGs. Ma and Deidre came up with an incredible idea. Yaz in chat, if you do indeed agree with this hot take, and nays in chat if you do not. I think that this was a pretty softball, but you still
This was an easy, I'll be real, like this one's an easy one.
That's a pretty open and shut case. Free of all charges. I really don't want to share this one. Mari having admitted to the fact that they eat their own Weirnax. Well, this insists this is normal.
I'm sorry,
this
what?
Is not.
I'm sorry. What?
All right. Just hear me out, okay? So earlier today, I had to go to urgent care to get my ear flushed because I found out I had a lot of wax in there. There was a giant tub of just earwax water, and I saw it, and I was like, oh, that's kind of gross. I wonder what it smells like. But I didn't act on asking like what it smells like or anything like that because that would be weird. And then I offhandedly said, because I already know what it tastes like. And everybody's like, wait, what? I knew it wasn't going to taste good. Don't ask me how I know that. I know what saline tastes like. I know what earwax tastes like. I didn't know what it smells like though. So I was like, you were a child once. You put your fingers in your ear and then forgot about it. And then hours later, that same finger was in your mouth and now you know what earwax tastes like. And I think that's normal. I think that's fine. That's the context. There you go.
Pun intended, but if you could all just be so kind as to lend me your ears for a moment. No, never mind, I'm out. Sorry, members of the jury, I didn't know that she was gonna do that. I did not know that she was gonna just start slurping on some ears. I don't believe that any of you here would say that, oh, I, as a child, was above exploring the orifices of my face. I refuse to believe that none of you were curious little nose pickers, as it were. Like, we've all, at some point in our youth, decided, hey, what's in there? You can deny it all you want, but this is a safe space. Kids can be fucking gross creatures, and we'll do gross shit like this. Now, I'm not disagreeing that what Mari did was the act of a gross creature.
Vote yes if you agree that children are gross creatures. Vote nays if you, I guess, are a liar. Objection, he's supposed to be defending it's not normal. I, unfortunately, want to feel like someone's on my side, so I'm going to overrule and say that
I'll be 100% real. I missed that part of the sentence.
I wasn't going to correct you, but I was hoping Chad wouldn't say anything about it.
I'll be real. I just didn't see. Chat, this is confirmation to you all that I am, in fact, illiterate.
I think, unfortunately, due to illiteracy, this case has to be thrown out. Start digging your ear twin is the most egregious thing I've read today.
Jesus Christ.
I'm really worried about this one. Break the pasta. Put it into the boiling water. Don't argue. Just break the pasta. It's going to be okay. No one gets hurt. You're just a coward. This hurts me.
Members of the jury. Sometimes you want to make a delicious pasta meal for your family, for your friends, for your loved ones, and sometimes you need to be ergonomic. Economic.
Okay.
Sorry, sometimes for a big party, you do not have a pot big enough for the full length of the pasta. Sometimes you need to work with what you got. And now some of you might be saying, just use a big pot. In this current economy, a decent, large stainless steel cooking pot, and I'm sourcing this off of Amazon.com, at bare minimum is $30.
Oh. Egregious.
Now, if you want to move to actual good quality name brand ones, it immediately bumps up to $40, $50, $60. If you work within your means and all you have are smaller pots, the answer is simple. Break the pasta. Make it work.
Vote yes in chat if you agree. Vote nays in chat if you do not agree.
Not half of them going to be like, well, I don't want to sound elitist.
That was a smart argument to try to go for. Like, if you vote against this, then you're an elitist piece of shit.
Then you're just saying over here, I hate the pores.
It would seem that it's pretty much split, which means I get to decide. And I say guilty. I say guilty. Because fuck you. Whoever made the mistake, I hate you.
Your Honor, I believe that you are biased in this, and I would like to request
That's
a mistrial.
the point. I'm God. Overruled. All takes are mine. I get the final say. Order! Order!
You heard it here, Chad. Maury hates the poor.
I don't hate the poor. I just like the Italian culture more. Anyways, 5,000 years in prison. Next. Who said Maury would blow Jeff Bezos in chat? That's a lie. That's a lie. I've never blown Jeff Bezos in my life. I've never done it. Order!
Chad, you kind of struck a nerve there.
I'm fine. I just needed a breather. I just needed a second. Woosah.
Okay.
Woosah. This just seems like a word salad, so I'm just gonna open it and see if we can dissect something.
What the? Wait, right off the bat, Discourse is stupid? What?
Just because you don't like something doesn't make it inherently bad, except, of course, the things that I like are superior, and the things that I don't like are bad.
I had a stroke reading that?
I had a stroke reading it!
It looks like at its core, it is, I think Discourse is stupid.
Except when I'm right.
It says, except when I'm right. But however, they fall with, you would be a bad person if you disagree with me.
Yeah.
I think at its core, what it is trying to say is Discord is stupid because I am always right.
I agree. Discord is stupid.
Discord is very stupid. Did you see that? Oh!
Ah! Where'd he go?
Discord murdered me! Ah!
Holy shit. Discord literally said, fuck you, Red. All right, that's
go.
you. That's you now.
Ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary companions of the jury, look upon my glorious chiseled jaw and tell me this. Do you truly think you have a chance in defeating me in the art of discourse? Debate is pointless when you are faced against someone who is always correct. There's a saying that has been going around for me in both my stream and other companion streams, and it is simply this: Redclaw has two things, a fat ass and correct opinions. Look upon this jawline, look upon that smile, look upon these pecs. Do you really think that I would steer you wrong?
I would trust you with my life.
Defense rests. Fat ass and chisel jaw, you don't have jokes on you, Umbra. Maury has seen me.
I can, the judge can attest, Redclaw do have that fat ass.
Thank you.
Also, I'd like to go on the record saying I was not ogling, it was my partner.
I was gonna say, I know who was ogling. I know who was ogling.
I make it a point not to look at other people's asses.
I know who was looking. I'm aware of who was looking.
Free to go. Absolved of all charges. All card games should be played on asphalt surfaces without sleeves like we did as kids back in school.
What are these card games called? Games. These are not meant to be things that are meant to be used as speculative market pseudo stock portfolio nonsense. You have to go back to your roots. You have to go back to the time when you were a child. You were playing your Pokemons and your Yu-Gi-Ohs, or if you were spicy, your Digimon. Chat, how many of you have seen those disgusting displays of grown-ass men attacking pallets full of trading cards, knocking children over just so that they can resell them so that people can treat them as if they're these speculative market pieces of value that will be gained in the future? It's disgusting. It is truly a sign of the rot that has fallen upon our society, and I think it's because we do not treat these as what they are. Games meant for children. The defense rests.
That was quite a nostalgic take. I remembered when I was in elementary school and played Yu-Gi-Oh with my classmates, and I remember how fun that was. This judge does see this take, and I find the defendant not guilty. The only crime they've committed this day is forcing me to feel nostalgic, and honestly, I'm a-okay with that. This next take says, putting your figurines in jars is a great way to keep them safe and clean from dust. You're all just cowards and gooners. As
a collector of figurines myself, I do agree in the concept of protecting your products. I have many a glass case that has my collectibles within them. It helps prevent dust, which if you ever tried to dust an overly complex multi-$100 figure, you will understand that is an absolute hell. There are many different new ways of displaying them that many would consider jars. In fact, Mari, did you know that there is currently a trend in Japan for how to showcase your gunpla? It is putting them in, quite literally, a plastic jar-like case that's attached to a keychain that you hook onto your bag.
This is the first I'm hearing about that.
They're even doing similar things with those, what do they call them? Those, laboobies.
Lawyer is focusing on the diction of, and not the spirit of the question.
Look, Pope Rocks, I'm doing whatever I can to survive this, all right? The jaw thing happened like one time, people. Like, it happened one time. It was one person. Like, it's not, I do not believe that there are legions of people being like, yes, I am going to put a figurine in this jar with the sole purpose of filling it with semen.
I hate looking over a chat.
So
I hate looking over a chat and just being like, I wonder what
so
wholesome things they're saying and seeing.
Nobody in this chat is going to see the kingdom of heaven. Nobody in this chat is going to be seeing the kingdom of heaven. I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, the court does find you free of all charges. We know what you are. We just don't have the proof. Every dinosaur bone is a dildo. If you're not a coward, you can go ahead and take this one away.
Sorry, 1 second.
What's up?
No, I was just grabbing this gun from under the desk. I'm gonna...
What? A gun?
Oh, don't worry. It ain't for any of y'all. Everything can be a thing at least once.
Oh!
Now, that's not to say it's gonna work out well every time. If you give it the old college try, anything can be a thing once. That's all I got. That's all I freaking got. I don't know how
Anything can be a thing once is an incredible argument. All right. Vote yes if you agree anything could be a dildo once. At least once. At least once.
Also, Rory Pack, you do know, like, a T-Rex's arm is, like, over 4.5 feet long. Like,
oh, damn, that's what's up. I think that everybody in chat is pretty much agreeing with your incredibly hot and true take. Yes, every dinosaur bone is dildo shaped, as long as you're not a coward.
Good job, everybody.
Good job, everybody. That was incredible.
Whew, there was a few toughies in there.
There were a few.
There was a few toughies in there.
You did such an incredible job.
I had to pull quite a few of those out my ass, but...
You did it, though. You did it. You're so good at this.
Thank you very much.
Tonight.
I appreciate it all. Very kind.
Of course.
I'm gonna be talking like this until tomorrow.
Oh, good. I'm so glad.
I'm stuck this way until tomorrow.
Incredible.